on the South today. A Queenstown mayoral candidate is causing quite a stir after walking out of last night's forum. A man is on a mission to bring a piano back to life, stopping it from becoming a sandpit. And Ashburton's new library will flaunt some modern features once the building's complete. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Hannah Wilkins. Sparks flew at the first mayoral forum in Queenstown last night, with one of the candidates walking out after just 20 minutes. Candidate Alistair Angus left the stage, saying he'd been treated unfairly compared to some of the other 5 candidates.
Is there anybody else here that is against the Three Waters takeover? Put your hand up.
So what's your vision,
No,
Al,
hang on a minute.
for Queenstown? We're just doing an introduction here. We'll come back. We'll come back to
I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah, okay. Well, I said to the start I will interrupt you, just by the way.
What started as a squabble at last night's mayoral forum in Queenstown ended with candidate Alistair Angus walking out after just 20 minutes, saying he'd been treated unfairly compared to some of the others.
Appreciate you coming along tonight.
The remaining 5 candidates stayed on stage to discuss topics organised by the Queenstown Business Chamber of Commerce.
The topics that were really most discussed, I guess, were housing, our workforce issues, our infrastructure and how we diversify our economy.
However, some of those who attended said there were other topics also worthy of debate.
Nobody's talking about climate change. That was probably a big disappointment for me tonight.
Mayor Jim Bolt has chosen not to stand again following 2 terms at the helm of Queenstown Lakes. In Queenstown, the South today.
A stranded bottlenose dolphin has been helped back out to sea, but its calf wasn't as lucky. The dolphin stranding itself on the flats near Bluff earlier today, with Department of Conservation staff bringing buckets of water to aid the mammal. This bottlenose is the mother out of the 2 dolphins caught on the flats. Unfortunately, dock workers arrived after the calf was dead. The calf was hoisted and taken away. Gore residents can now go for a wander and learn some te reo Māori thanks to augmented reality. As part of Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori, or Māori Language Week, Story Walk is helping locals take a step towards learning the language. Walkers start at Gore's Aviary, following the Story Walk signpost through the public gardens, reading Kay Mortimer's I Whakaaro Noa O on their stroll. But for those worrying about their pronunciation, a useful app is at hand.
An AR, augmented reality app, that goes alongside it to be able to hear the te reo spoken by whaiajaki eels as you're reading the pages. So if you want to learn how it should sound when it's read out loud, then you've got some help.
Each of the 18 signposts on the walk has a QR code, with people using their phones and scanning as they go. E Whakaaro Noa O is running on Story Walk in Gore until mid-October. A Queenstown music festival is ruffling a few feathers. The Snow Machine event attracted around 5,000 party-goers last week, but its loud music stressed out local bird life. That's according to Kiwi Park's wildlife manager Al Brown, who says the amplified music was disrupting the kiwi breeding. The music festival was held at the Queenstown Primary School grounds, with the event heard several kilometres away. Brown says he feared for the safety of the kiwi eggs, as well as other bird life in the park. Festival director Quentin Nolan believes the noise level was within consented limits and has been in contact with the park throughout the event. Queenstown Lakes District Council says they received 18 noise complaints from 10 individuals during the festival. A Dunedin piano restorer has spent several months bringing an old piano back to life again. This is the second restoration for the old grand, as it had also been restored back in the 1950s after being found abandoned in a North Island barn.
Brought back to life for a second time. This piano, dating back to 1885, has been completely renovated by Dunedin piano restorer Adrian Mann. However, it's actually the old keyboard's second major restoration. The piano's first renovation happened after it was found abandoned in a barn in the 1950s.
It was propped up on its side and it didn't have any legs because I think they'd bore it, fallen to pieces. And they bought it and decided that they would have it as a sandpit for their kids because he liked the shape of it. And after inspecting the inside, seeing these medallion bronze plates, he decided that maybe it's worth doing up.
The 137-year-old piano turned out to be an Eibach, which are used in some of Europe's top concert halls. Mann has spent the last few months giving the old grand its second overhaul, replacing the bridge cap, hammers, action and even ivory keys. He originally intended to sell the piano, but has fallen in love with it currently vying for his attention over another keyboard of his. This self-built monster, which at nearly 6 metres, is the largest piano in the world.
There's a lot of wonderful pianos in the shop, but I'm always drawn to this one now, and even after the big one I feel a little bit guilty because, I really like playing this.
Mann is now making the piano available for hire. In Dunedin, the South Today.
The Gore District's Hokanui Huanui project is revelling in its success. A range of community groups came together recently to celebrate their work, helping at-risk youth in the region. The multi-million-dollar project's evaluation was held last week, the results coming back positive. Project lead Lisa McKenzie says the independent evaluation is really encouraging. The Hokanui Huanui project points at-risk youth towards community organisations, supporting them through everyday challenges. However, McKenzie says more funding is needed for the project to continue. The new Ashburton Library and Civic Centre is taking shape. Ashburton District Council gave a tour of the construction site recently, showcasing what will be in store for locals when it's complete.
Walking around what's soon to be Ashburton's new library. Progress on the library and civic centre is heading in the right direction, according to Ashburton District Council. The council's giving a tour of the 3-storey building, with its construction coming along nicely.
It's coming along really well. We're about halfway through the build. It's so exciting. The space is going to be absolutely wonderful. We're standing where you'll be able to get a coffee and borrow a book, and the rest of the building's starting to take shape. So we're really excited about where we're at.
The new library is combining with the historic Pioneer Hall building, its design reflecting a modern library. The council says there'll be plenty of books for readers, but the building's focus will be around creating a community hub. The $56 million build will be finished in October 2023 if everything stays on track. In Ashburton, the South Today.
Whai Yakane, still to come on the South Today. A Menzies College student is winning awards left, right and centre for their work called The Culture. And we'll take a look at the weather ahead of the weekend.
Monday, November the 6th, 1995, and a cool, blustery breeze greets Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth and His Royal Highness Prince Philip on their arrival by Royal New Zealand Air Force 727 at Momona, the city of Dunedin's airport.
The Queen came by in a big black car and she was waving to me and I waved back.
We can't tell you what the Queen thought of our children, but they seem very happy to tell us what they thought of her.
She had a pretty hat.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. A Menzies College student is turning a few heads. The 16-year-old's work, called The Culture, is inspired by an African-American hip-hop artist, and it's taking home some big awards.
Ralph Raluto in the art room, doing what he loves. The Year 12 pupil's detailed paintings of one of his hip-hop heroes has gained him the top spot. First place in the Invercargill Licensing Trust's Art Awards Under 18 category.
This is a painting about Kendrick Lamar. It's about his upbringing from the streets of Compton to his success now. Really inspired me.
The prize Ralph took home for his section win was $500. His art teacher, Bianca Gibbs, says Ralph is a mature painter, pretty much working in his own style already.
He has a really unique style of working, which he's honed right from the very start of year 11 and continued working there, and that's a dilution technique.
Ralph and his family moved from the Philippines to come and live in New Zealand about 5 years ago. His teacher is loving the success he's had.
What's really exciting for him is it signals him as being an up-and-coming young artist, and we're really excited to see where he's going to go.
Ralph's achieving in the classroom as well, earning an excellent endorsement in NCEA Art last year. In Gore, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Queenstown mayoral candidate Alistair Angus walked out of yesterday's mayoral forum citing unfair treatment. A Dunedin man has spent around 900 hours restoring an old grand piano, saving it from a sandpit. And the new Ashburton Library is on track for its construction deadline next October. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, and we welcome the Associate Editor, Joe Simpson. Kia ora, Joe.
Kia ora.
What can we expect in your paper tomorrow?
A Dunedin judge has called for the drink driving limit to be slashed, but one academic has dismissed it as wowserism.
Okay.
The alleged theft of 2 prestigious and historic national championship boxing trophies in Dunedin is below the belts, and the culprits may have bitten off more than they can chew.
Oh gosh.
And
okay.
the Kingston Flyer is to hit the rails again.
Oh, fantastic. All right, look forward to reading those stories in your paper tomorrow. Thanks, Joe. And time now for a look at the weather. Looking at the situation, cold southwesterly airflow will ease tomorrow with widespread frosts overnight. Heading to the top of the South Island, fine with southwesterlies tomorrow as Nelson and Greymouth head for 14, and down to Ōtautahi Christchurch, cloudy, southerlies and 10 degrees the high. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago, Ashburton and Timaru are looking cloudy tomorrow with southerlies and a top temp of 10, while further south in Oamaru expect showers and 9 degrees. Westwards now to the Central Lakes, becoming fine with southwesterlies through here tomorrow. Wanaka and Queenstown both heading for 7, and the breezes continue over in Alexandra with a high of 8. Heading further south, a 9-degree day for all 3 spots here. Balclutha, Gore and the Catlins can all expect a fine day with southwest winds. Now down to the deep south. Windy with wintry showers tonight in Waihopai and Invercargill, down to 4. Showers clear tomorrow with southwest winds picking up, bringing a high of 9 tomorrow. Into the weekend, fine and sunny with light winds, up to 13 as the high. And lastly, heading to Ōtepoti Dunedin. Showers tonight with gusty southwesterlies and a low of 4. Morning showers on Friday with some sunshine before blustery southwest winds. The high 8 degrees before a frosty night. And into Saturday, mostly fine and sunny with a cloudy afternoon and a high of 13 degrees. And that's the news this Thursday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. And you can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite popo.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.